Good evening and God bless. Listen, welcome to Battles and Journeys. Thank you for coming to my channel. I will be doing more videos and hopefully I will be able to come live once I get a 100 subscribers. I have some great things that's planned and I have counselors that's willing to come on, but I want to wait till until I'm able to go live with the counselors. I want to talk about a lot of things. And I know that there are a lot of you that have been hurting and you've had no voice and you or someone shut your voice down because of what you've been going through in fear of someone finding out what you've gone through. But I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for coming to my channel. Hit that like and subscribe button so that you'll get all the notifications of when I come on live. Today I'm recording from my hotel in Las Vegas. Many of you have heard my story, and I am going to go piece by piece as I continue this channel, and I'm going to be very detailed. So, once again, welcome to my channel. You know, I grew up in the church, as many of you have, and some of you. You do not go to church again. You won't go because of some of the things that you've experienced, and I do understand. And but there are some places out there for you. May not necessarily be called to church, but you do need to find your tribe, and you do need to understand that God didn't do it to you, and the things that you've experienced is not your fault. Some of you have gone through some gruesome things, some things that some folks didn't even survive. I know some people who didn't survive. Michael Tripp was one of them, and his life just went on a roller coaster ride after the experience, and probably a minute before then. I don't know, but I do know the experience that we had with the same person that violated us. I'm really not after an individual as much as I am about a system. Now, the individuals will be gotten. Yeah, the individuals will have to go through their process. But I want to just really encourage you, those of you that grew up in the church, there's a picture up there. This church is where I started out at, but not really, because we started out in a family church, as a family going to church somewhere else, and I just sort of ended up at this place. You have a story to tell. I want you to find a place of comfort so that you can tell it. And there are those who would love to shut you up, and they enjoy your silence, or they'll pay you to be silent. That has happened. I'm really after a system. The individuals will have their day, but I'm really after a system. So when I start going after certain things, I'm not worried about if a person is offended. This is my story. I get to tell it the way I want to tell it, and no one can put a twist on that. These are my experiences. There are those that would like to suggest that they could go back in time, that they've been in a timeline, they've gotten into a time machine and go back to see what you experienced and what you didn't experience. Those people, they're empathizing with the victimizers. And the reason why a lot of them are empathizing is because they too have victimized others. And they would like to keep your voice shut, to shut your voice down. I don't intend for this to be a typical YouTube channel. I want to just really be able to have a conversation. Sometimes I may talk slow, sometimes I may talk fast, sometimes it may be emotional, sometimes it may sound like I'm a little aggressive. But I know that there are those out there who have experienced violation. People have crossed the lines and have violated you in the church, in the home, and particularly for me in the church. And I want to say this, and I want to be very clear. I have never, ever had a problem with members in the church. It has always been with that leader. Always. And then the leader will call people together and poison them and start, being divisive, or they don't like us, or they're not for us. Has nothing, my situation has had nothing to do with church members. It has always been that leader that has tried to control, manipulate, and to stop me. The same leader that once pastored me said to me when I got ready to leave that they're going to be bringing me back in a casket if I left. It was to manipulate and cause fear, but I was not fearful. I moved forward. 30 years later, I'm still here. And actually, she's had me back at a church to minister. And now has poisoned the people. A lot of you leaders, you're the reason that your church won't grow. You're the leader. You're the reason that your church is divided. You are. You have formed groupies, and you have and like to have sideshows, smile in the person's face, but you have gotten a group of people, you've gathered a group of people to be against the person that you don't like. If you don't like them for whatever reason, maybe because in my case you couldn't control or manipulate, then that's your issue with them. You have pulled in a whole congregation to combat somebody that you don't like and may not necessarily care for you because of some of the things that you've done to them, and has swept it under the rug and has pretended as if it never happened. In my case, when I came out about my story, the first thing that then leader said right there in Palaca, they're trying to destroy my name. You're still making it about you. Being narcissism. You make everything about you. Instead of just saying, you know what? I did you wrong. I did you all wrong. I made a bad decision, but your pride won't let you apologize. Your pride, because you don't want people to think that you did what you did. It's the very mouth that spoke against me is connected to the same hand that didn't cover me, that didn't protect me as a young boy. Not just me, but Michael Tripp. I said to his mother that I would speak out on his behalf as well. When Michael died, she got my information. Somebody told her she needed to talk to me because they told her the story of what happened. And she called me and I shared with her details, all that I knew. And she was very angry, very upset and hurt that she trusted the church with her child, but they helped violate him. Same thing in my case. All of us that was a part of that church. This has happened in some of your churches too. All of us in that church that our parents did not attend, we were traumatized. And I'm going to share some other things that's going to probably knock you off your boots. Because for 30 years, she still tried to destroy my name, talked to other pastors about me. I mean, made up stuff. Hadn't seen me in years, and you can still say the stuff that you say. Some of you leaders are the reason why your church won't grow. It looked like Minnie Mouse. It will not grow. It looks like a daycare. It won't take off. You should really consider the matter. Maybe if you didn't walk so in your pride and so haughty, and you come out of your bitterness and unforgiveness and being able to admit to the truth. Because when you're narcissistic, when you're a narcissist, you will not make it about nobody else but yourself. Even when you've done wrong, when you've covered up a sex crime, let's just throw everything else away. Covering up a sex crime is punishable by law. And then invited them back to come. After knowing what had been done, after being on the phone with the person and they tell you about the assault, you still invited them back because you wanted them. You thought they were going to help you get some of the other big time preachers that you've been wanting to come to your church. You see how you put your name and your fame, or want to be famous, and put your desire above the cares of the members? If a shepherd a shepherd is supposed to protect the sheep from the wolves. Well, not unless you're a wolf yourself. Come back and join us. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be coming back in different places and spaces, and I am going to talk to you. I know you have a story to tell. You can hit like and you can even comment. Just be respectful with your comments, because I'm going to pick it apart and talk about the manipulation and the control and how we have done such a damnable thing to the house of God, and we call it church. A lot of us don't go because we won't be a part of your system, your cover-up, your slithery, your sly, your slickness. We won't be a part of that, and we've had enough. Hit like and subscribe so that you can, and hit that notification bell so that you can get more of these videos. I promise you, I'm going to share so much and be so expressive. Those that protect the victimizers are empathizing, because they too have skeletons in their closets that has flesh on them.